Hey guys, it's Ep15 here, welcome back to episode 15 of my Leeds United career. And today's episode, we've got a few games to get through. The first game is going to be against Brentford at home. It's going to be a game that we play. They're currently 4th in the league, so not too far behind in terms of league position. Obviously, points tally, far superior at the moment. We are at the top of the league. Game against Middlesbrough as well, always an interesting game against Middlesbrough, followed by a game against Wolves. So some tough games. Wolves have got some great players. Their top goal scorer is actually the top goal scorer in the league as well. So it's going to be some tough and interesting matches in today's episode. Middlesbrough, I imagine, will be doing okay. Maybe not in the top 6. Whereabouts are they? 7th. So yeah, they're doing a pretty good job. So we're playing a lot of good teams in today's episode. I don't actually know where Wolves are, considering they have the top goal scorer, the 9th, but still in the top half. So we've got a lot of tougher teams to play, and we've got a lot of games in fairly quick succession as well to get through. Before we get into things, if we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel, to go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 15,000 subscribers, and by hitting that button, you would help out massively, so I genuinely really appreciate it. Let's take a look at the team we're going to put out for this game that we have against Brentford to begin with. Rival starting goal, Luke Ayling, Janssen, Flit and Berardi starting in defence again. Anita and Vieira in midfield, then we've got Alioski, Hernandez and Gomez with Lazoga just in front of them. So a few changes to the team, particularly going forward, freshen things up slightly. This is the bench I've gone with, quite a strong bench. Sayaz won't get into the starting 11, he will be in the next team that we put out against Middlesbrough. But let's crack on with the game against Brentford, see how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory, and try and extend our lead at the top of the league. Okay, there we go for this game against Brentford. Can we get ourselves a good victory against them? Obviously, after a good performance as well as getting ourselves a result, we'll wait and see how we get on in this game, what sort of side turns up against Brentford. Hopefully a good team. Gomez starting on the left-hand side. I've been impressed with him at times when he's played for us, so hopefully he can show us again what he can do. Pablo Hernandez in behind the striker, which we don't do that often. He usually goes on, either left or right, so it'll be interesting to see how he does down the middle. Alioski going to wait for Lazoga to get into the middle. Alioski to deliver. Finds Gomez, in fact, into Lazoga. Oh, connects it pretty well, actually. But Bentley saves it, and it's a good save. Holds on to it pretty well. Lazoga so close to finding the top left-hand corner. Alioski coming inside here. Great chance on his left foot. Gets blocked. Pablo Hernandez now out to Luke Ayling. We've still got it across the middle. No! Alioski should have got there. Why did he decide to drop out of that? It's such a good chance. And still remains 0-0. Chance. Good save by Reid Viles just before half-time. Sadly, not going to get ourselves a goal though before half-time, which is frustrating. Because we have had chances, particularly at the start of the first half. We had good chances, we didn't take them. And yeah, very similar sort of story to what we've seen in many different occasions across many different career modes. So 0-0 half-time, frustrated by that. They've come into the game a little bit more towards the back end of the first half, but yeah, we still should be in 1 or 2 up, to be honest, by that point. Well played. Gomez now looking for a cutback into Lazoga to shoot. It's blocked, of course it is. I think it might have been going in. Goalkeeper's going the right way, but still, it's a good, really, really good chance. Virtually on a play for us there, but it's still blocked. Lazoga now trying to find a way through. Hernandez wide. Getting frustrating now because we should be winning this game. Okay, first 2 changes. Sayers and Sacco to come on. We're going to take off Pablo Hernandez and Gomez. Got to switch something up here a little bit. Not too happy with the way this game's going in terms of lack of finishing, really. So we're going to bring those guys on. 30 minutes left of the game. Alioski's going to go play on the left-hand side. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we've got to score some goals. We've got to score our chances now. It's starting to get very frustrating. We're just not quite getting the roll of the dice at the moment. Alioski inside to Lazoga. He's going to have to look over the top to Sacco here, who brings it down to shoot. Sacco off the post, and we've got the finish finally. Sayers has done it. It's the substitutes that combine. It's Sacco in behind, and it's Sayers with the finish. Finally, we've got the breakthrough. 25 minutes left of this game, and it's happened. I thought it wasn't going to the way. It smashes the post there with Sacco's shot. He's just such a good player as Sacco on that right-hand side. Just gets him behind every time perfectly. It's a great chip from Lazoga who sets him up, brings it down really well actually, smashes it, hits the post, but luckily we can finish into an empty net. 1-0, much better. Now let's push on. Want a second goal now. Lazoga going to try it again over to Sacco. That's really good. Sacco now into Alioski. Oh, saved, and this time there's no one in the middle to put it in. Lazoga should have been there. Sayers should have been there. One of those 2 guys. Unfortunately, no one was. Final change, Anita off, Callum Phillips coming on, going to play as a whole midfielder. 5 minutes left of this game, he's going to play alongside Vieira and just try and see the rest of the game out. Lazoga going to switch it over here to Sacco, again trying to get him behind if he can. Sacco looking to try and beat another few players coming inside. Still going, Sacco, Lazoga off the bar, maybe even the post, and again, can't quite get the second goal. Sayers back into Sacco, punched away. That could well be it for the game, but I can't believe we've not got at least 2 goals in this game. So frustrating. We've got an injury as well later on here. Hopefully not too bad. But yeah, we should have had at least 2 goals. We've not got it. Haven't managed to finish a few chances. That's it. Finishes 1-0, 3 points, which is good. But yeah, I obviously want more from the team. Always want more from the side, especially when you've had good chances, really good chances. Didn't get the look, I think, was the main issue. You look at the, 2 times we hit the post, 3 times, whatever it was, we hit the post and bar. 11 shots, 5 on target. Frustrating. But we got the win, which is good. And we'll move on to the next game. Hopefully get a more convincing result, especially when we play so well like that. On to some player drills now. A little bit of a break before we go into the next game. We've got Grot and Vieira in the drills, no one else. Just going to try and get those guys up if we can. Grot, I need to improve in game. He's not quite good enough just yet. Vieira's definitely improving. He's up to 78 overall now. I think I might be 9 overalls he's got this season. Really impressive so far from him. He's obviously got a little bit longer left of the season as well. So he's doing really good. He's worth £10 million now and will continue to be our starting holding midfielder. Okay, so this game now against Middlesbrough. This is a team I'm going to go with a few changes. Reval starting goal though. Luke Ayling, Janssen, Flinta Barani in defence. Vieira and Calvin Phillips in holding midfield with Sacco, Sayaz and Alioski as our centre attacking mids. Lazaga starts up front. And this bench I've gone with Liam Cooper, Anita, Rocaine, Zinchenko, Hernandez, Dallas and Chibitsky all on there. So, good set of players, hopefully good enough to beat Borough. We've recovered pretty well actually from the last game, which is good to see. Now then, can we get ourselves 3 points? Can we do it more convincingly as well? Let's wait and find out. Hopefully going to get ourselves a good 3 points in this game. I'm expecting a tough opponent here, maybe a little bit tougher than the last game. We'll wait and find out. But hopefully going to get ourselves a good performance and some goals as well. Zinchenko. Why is Zinchenko playing? Wait, I didn't tell Zinchenko. What team's this? Oh, this is not the team I put out. What? How has this happened? What team is this? I didn't put this team out. Oh, I might have accidentally changed to my cup team. Okay, this has just made things a little bit interesting. We'll go with it, but that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, that's a little bit annoying actually, because I had quite a good team out as well. This one is not as good, but we'll have to go with it, I think. Lonergan starts in goal as well, so I think there's maybe 3 or 4 changes, I think, to the team. It's frustrating, but we'll have to go with it now. Now, I said I was hoping for loads of goals, but given the team that we have out, it might be one of those sort of games where you try and get a goal and then just have to kind of fight it out from there, to be honest. I can't see it being a particularly lively game in terms of goals for us, given the team we have out now. Oh, hit the post and scored. Traore puts them 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. I mean, we couldn't do anything about it. We tried to stop it. He came inside, good shot. Gets past Lonergan. 1-0. That's certainly not the start we needed, and definitely not the sort of start we needed given the team we have out as well. Okay, we're going to make 2 changes pretty early on. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing, so we're going to bring on Flint and Sacco. We'll take off Shaughnessy and Gomez. Zinchenko can stay down the middle, but Alioski go on to the left-hand side. We might bring on Chibitsky at some point to play the centre attacking mid, but we'll leave that one for now. It's 21 minutes in, 2 changes. Of course, not ideal. I have no idea what's happened. I'll watch it back in the footage, but yeah, frustrating that we've ended up with this sort of team out. Oh, through to Zinchenko. He needs some support. I thought that was everyone, though. There's still a few more players for him to try and beat. Zinchenko's still going, still trying to beat them. Keeps hold of it, comes back inside. Anyone at the back post. Sacco tried to be there, but couldn't. And in the end, the attack might well break down, although we've still got a chance here, actually, through Lazaga, who turns, shoots, and scores. It's 1-1, back at level terms. The attack didn't break down. Don't know what this camera angle is here. Don't know why we're seeing this, but it's 1-1, 28 minutes in, and we've got ourselves an equaliser. There we go, back at level terms. Half-time, 1-1. Glad to be back at level terms. Want to now try and push and get on in front. We've obviously made a couple of changes already. We might bring on Chibitsky fairly soon. Only been 2 shots on target, both of which have gone in. Kind of tells you a little bit about some of the quality in this game. Hasn't been the highest quality game, but yeah, I think I'm going to put that down to some of the changes that we had to make early on. But we'll wait and see how things go. Hopefully, we're going to get ourselves in front, though. Zinchenko running forward, going to shoot from range. Oh, not that far away at all. Zinchenko's had a good game, actually, showed bits of quality here and there. Of course, he's no Sayas, but he's certainly shown bits of quality in good positions and nearly found the back of the net with that shot. It certainly tested the keeper. Calvin Phillips to deliver a ball in here. What's it going to be like? Not too bad, actually. We've got a connection on it with Lazaga, but saved. Lazaga onto Zinchenko. Oh, hits the bar. What a strike. Too much power on it. Calvin Phillips will try. And again, saved by Randolph, so close to the second goal. Feels like this game is turning into a little bit of a similar match to the last one, to be honest, where we can't get the goal. And that's been the issue, not being able to score our chances. It might cost us this game, huh? Final change, Chibitsky to come on. We'll take off Lazaga. We're actually going to, yeah, like I say, take off the striker here. I was going to take off Zinchenko, but he's playing well, so there's no point taking him off. 27 minutes to go in this game. Hoping that we've still got another goal in us. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We're not taking our chances at all. Oh, play Zinchenko still going. Now going to play it on to Trubisky. Oh, he scores. That's it. We've got ourselves the goal to put us in front. Finally, we've taken a chance. And it starts off from a counter-attack from their free kick. And it's a great, I think, initial interception. Might have even been from Zinchenko or Trubisky. And anyway, we've got running forward through Zinchenko. He cuts back inside brilliantly. First time from Trubisky. Wasn't expecting it to go in at all. Was kind of expecting maybe a corner from it. But he scores it brilliantly. And the substitute has scored it to put us in front. There's still 20 minutes left of the game, though. So nothing's over at all. But it's great to see that the change has worked. Zinchenko. On to Alioski. Come on, Alioski. You've got to get going now. Can we get a third goal, maybe? Alioski pulls it back to Calvin Phillips. Oh, wasn't expecting it to find him, but it's found, I think, Zinchenko instead. And he finally gets his goal. It's 3-1. Again, we're seeing this weird camera angle, but we'll take it. 15 minutes left. And Zinchenko scores 3-1. That's it. 2 goals in front now. 2 goals in quick succession as well, which is great to see. And we've got ourselves a 3-1 victory at the moment. 15 minutes to go still. The scoreline could change, but great to see that we've got ourselves a goal and we're taking our chances here. Didn't expect it to go back to Calvin Phillips, hence the weak shot. I was expecting a tap in for somebody else, but we blasted it in through Zinchenko here into an empty net. It's 3-1, and Zinchenko gets himself a goal here. And it's fully deserved as well, because he's played so well. He has really played well. I've criticised him a lot because he hasn't done much in centre attacking mid a lot of the time, and probably I've played out on the left-hand side too many times, but he's really performed in this game. Well played, Calvin Phillips, that's brilliant. Takes the ball completely. It's a great one too as well. Calvin Phillips coming inside. Trubisky now going to wait for the option here with Alioski. Oh, it's a fourth. We're starting to open them up now. The floodgates are opening. And again, we've got the weird camera angle. Alioski scores it. It's 4-1. What a finish as well. Smashes it home past the keeper. Alioski not done too much in this game, to be honest, but he basically just appears out of nowhere here on the left-hand side. So we play it across to him. We're supposed to find Zinchenko. It doesn't, but it's fine because Alioski dispatches it really, really well. 4-1. Incredible how we can't seem to score for like 70 minutes, so we couldn't get the second goal for 70 minutes. And we've then just managed to get ourselves 3 goals in the final sort of 10 minutes of the game. Incredible stuff. Really good to see that happen, and starting to open them up now as they throw more players forward. That's it. 4-1 victory, 3 points. Really happy with that, especially with the obviously the issues we had early on where we had to make 2 changes. Really, really impressed with how he came on in sort of the last 20 minutes of the game in particular. Came on to Middlesbrough and just managed to basically open up the floodgates. With 3 goals there, which allowed us to take the game to them and absolutely smash them in the end, to be honest. 11 shots, 8 on target, really good performance, especially when we made the changes. Trubisky coming on was a big turning point, and a good change in the end for us, proved obviously with the fact that he got the goal. And yeah, took Lazogga off and we kind of started to open up a bit more, which was nice to see. Zinchenko played incredibly well. For me, probably my man of the match alongside Trubisky. Okay, to some more play drills, the exact same drills again this week. We'll see whether they make any more progress here with either of the players. Vieira has a few stats go up, Grot has 1 stat go up, gets a little bit closer to 75 overall. Still trying to push him a little bit, still trying to get his ball control up and those sort of little stats where I think right now he's not so strong on. We'll look at his passing at some point as well. I think that's important, link-up play from a striker. So yeah, we'll take a look at that probably next. Okay, so the final game of today's episode against Wolves. Obviously going to be a tough game, but this is a team I've gone with. A few changes since we played quite recently. Rival starts in goal again. The same defence. We've gone with them out again. Vieira okay in midfield this time. Sacco, Sayers and Hernandez starting with Trubisky up front. This match I've gone with Cooper, Anita, Phillips, Zinchenko, Dallas, Grot and Lazogga all on the bench. So we'll see how we get on. Alioski missing out completely after having a few games in a row now. We'll see if we can get ourselves a victory to end today's episode on. Looking for 3 wins out of 3. Hopefully this is the team we'll actually end up playing with this time. Don't want that to change. Let's see whether we can get ourselves a win. Okay, let's go for this game against Wolves. Can we end the episode on a high here? Let's see. Let's see whether we've got it in us. Obviously some changes. Defence stays the same though, but mainly just sort of midfield and attacking changes. Hopefully that's not going to affect things too much. Still playing with Sacco, who's put in a good few performances recently, and just gives us that little bit of extra pace, which you don't really have anywhere else. Go on, Pablo Hernandez. Doesn't have loads of pace, but he's still going. He's beaten 1 man. He's going to have to come inside, I think, here. Sacco now on to Trubisky. It's 1-0. There we go. What a bit of play that is. Pablo Hernandez starts it off. Brilliant bit of pace from him, if you can really call it that. Play it back across. Find a little gap to Trubisky, who smashes it home. Proper finisher is Trubisky. I like him a lot. And he's scored it inside 15 minutes. Go on. Yes, well played, Trubisky. He's been allowed to play on here. Sayers is still going, looking to try and get round his man. It's a tight one. Sayers going to come back inside. Pablo Hernandez. Heads wide. Oh, great chance. Berardi. Here we go. Berardi's running through. He doesn't have any other options, so he's going to come inside on his right foot and Yeah, I thought I was going to try and get a shot away on my stronger side, but didn't quite happen. Okay, half-time, 1-0. Okay, so good to be in front. That's a good start. We're not a 0-0 at half-time, but we still should really have, I think, tried a little harder to get the second goal. We had opportunities, half chances that could have been bigger chances, didn't quite materialise, and so we're left in a position where we're 1-0 up, which is a good start, but again, still need to build on it in the second half. I want to get to a stage where we're at 2 or 3-0 at half time, and then, you know, we can not sit back, but not be under pressure to really go out there and perform as much in the second half. We're not at that stage just yet, still trying to get that going for this team. And it's also a tough side we're playing against here, Wolves. They've got the top goal scorer in the league in the team as well. He's starting, seen a little bit of him in the first half, but yeah, it's a tough side. We've got to still try and keep fighting. They've got a great defence, so it's going to be tough. I think we're going to have to basically find a bit more width in this team. That's why we've not quite got in behind enough. Jovicki, back heels. Now Sayers into Jovicki. It's great play, and it deserved a goal, but we got as well. And we've got another goal. It's Jovicki that does it. It's a fantastic finish. It's 2 for Jovicki, and Sayers, the link-up play between those two is incredible here. Really good bit of interchange. I think it's a 1-2. Maybe there's even another few passes in there. I can't quite remember, but it's a really good finish as that from Jovicki. Again, finds the back of the net for the second time in this game. And we got the second goal. It's exactly what we needed. Really, really good. Happy about that. And a good way to start the second half. Go on. This time Sayers has been set up by Jovicki. This time it gets saved by John Ruddy. Again, good link-up play between those guys, but couldn't get the third goal this time. Let's make some changes. Not too much longer left of this game. All 3 changes, Lasogga, Stuart Dallas and Grot to come on. We're going to take off Pablo Hernandez, Sayers and Saka. Those guys are very tired. I'm going to stick Grot on the right-hand side, see what he does. There's not too much time for him to really impress, so I'm not expecting anything fantastic, but we'll see how he gets on. I think we need to play him up front a little bit more, but it's just not quite the right game for him. Maybe we start up front soon. Maybe he comes off the bench, plays up front soon, but for now he's going to be on the right-hand side. That's probably the best place for him to get a bit of game time. Grot inside here to Jovicki, who's dropped back to centre attacking mid now. Lasogga, saved by Ruddy, good hand to it as well. Final 10 minutes and a ball in here from Stuart Dallas. Can't pick anybody out. We've got a strong, tall team on the pitch, and it's Grot that scored, I think. Pretty sure it's a substitute. Don't recognise that haircut. It must be him. It is. It's 3-0, and Grot gets the goal. He's impressed after a couple of minutes. We'll take that, and you'd expect us to challenge in the air, given the fact we just brought Lasogga and Grot. We certainly did that there. Also got Flint in the team as well, so a really tall team at this stage of the game. Good delivery in. It was necessary, obviously. Beats 2 men to off the post and in. 3-0. Really good way to end the game. There we go. 3-0 victory, 3 points. I think that's probably the most complete performance of today's episode. Happy with that. Taking our chances, most of them at least. Obviously, you know, we're not going to take all of them ever, but we are very happy with how we've got on here. We've played some good football, beaten Wolves, who are a great side as well, so very impressed actually by the way we've played. Jovicki on fire at the moment. I think he always has been actually. I don't think he's really got into a dip of form at all, but yeah, he just looked really good in this game and he's helped us out massively. I think he's a great alternative to Lasogga, who's obviously a little bit taller, obviously can still play football, you know, he's a good player, but I think Jovicki just gives us that little bit of extra pace about him. Good finisher as well, really good finisher, maybe even underrated a little bit there. 9.5 rating, another great rating from him, and yeah, really impressed by that actually. Good to see Grot come on, get himself a goal from the corner as well. That was impressive. Other than that, didn't really have too much time to impress, but yeah, pretty happy overall with how I've got on in that game, and overall in today's episode as well. Good episode for us. 17 points in front of second place now, looking in a really strong position, and yeah, just got the league games to play. That's the only competition we have to focus on now, so hopefully should finish top of the league. You would have thought so, really, given the fact that we only have those games remaining. I think 10 more matches now left of the season, so excited to see whether we can still remain top of the league. But that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel, to go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 15,000 subscribers, and so I'd really appreciate it if you could go ahead, click the little button down there, and that'd be great. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.